It's swell time, what a well time. Hello, come in. We're singing Christmas music. Eee! Ah! I'm dropping things. Way too much time on my hands here.
So, are you ready to study for biology?
Oh no, I am on a stress-free diet here.
Oh.
Absolutely no quandaries, no crises, no hitches, no glitches, no dilemmas, no predicaments, not even a little pickle. I can have all the chocolate I want.
Did you say chocolate?
Yeah, it's chocolate.
I love chocolate.
There's chocolate here and there and there and there and there.
Ooh.
And here.
What? That's not chocolate.
Might as well be. It's diabetic chocolate.
Diabetic chocolate?
I even have my chocolate inhaler over there.
What do you mean, diabetic chocolate? What is this for?
Well, this is my no carbohydrate, no sugar, no problems chocolate. It's actually a needle, just in case anybody online doesn't actually know what I'm chewing on is a needle cap.
So, what exactly is diabetes?
Oh, it's a horrifying disease. It's where you have to take shots, you have to do horrible things because your pancreas doesn't work. But when I say pancreas doesn't work, I mean that the endocrine part of your pancreas is, actually 2% of your pancreas is made up from the endocrine system. So 2% of your pancreas doesn't actually work.
Oh my gosh, is this so dire?
It's awful. I can't eat chocolate, at least I'm not supposed to. I do all the time though.
Shame on you!
I know, I'm awful.
So, how many people have this?
I think 1 in 5,000 children, 500 children.
Oh my
In
god.
America. But that's for type 1 diabetes. Type 2 ranges from different numbers. It's people who are mainly overweight. Where type 1 diabetes is all for people that are older.
So what are you doing right now?
Right now I'm checking my blood sugar. And it's telling me that I have a problem because I didn't have enough blood in my strip. But I'm not checking. I'll let you know what my blood sugar actually was. So blood sugars are supposed to range between 80 to 120.
Oh, so are there any complications with this disease?
There are lots of complications, like everything. Heart attack, stroke, they're high ones, but those are the ones you don't really have to worry about.
Oh dear.
There's a kidney failure you have to worry about,
No.
possibility of amputations,
No.
blindness, things like that.
Oh.
Just like this, my blood sugar's 240. That's going to cause complications. Also complications like chiropathy, which you get from being a type 1 diabetic and taking insulin for way too long. There are 100 more that they don't ever talk about.
Oh. So, are there different kinds of insulin, like chocolate?
Chocolate is not an insulin. That solves your problem with the low blood sugars when your blood sugar is under 80.
Oh.
But we have all kinds of fun insulins.
Mm.
And there are many different ways you can distribute insulin.
Oh.
2 of the ways you can distribute insulin would be through the insulin pump.
Oh.
Actually, that's how it should look. And then the shot, which is the normal, most average. But with the shot, you take things like regular insulin, Apidra, Humalog, Novolin, stuff like that. Oops, there went my needle, it's gone.
No.
And then you have like things like the insulin pens where you can take Humalog,
Oh.
which I'm going to do for my 240 blood sugar.
Oh dear.
It's fun.
So, what is this actually made of?
What is it made of? They're made of different things. One is made from bacteria, another one is bacteria, one is Humalog, and then others are made from actual human polypeptides, and then there's one made from prokines.
Prokines? What is prokines?
A piggy!
Ah! That's not kosher.
That's kosher. As I inject myself with my needle. Squeeze. Okay, eventually I'll get the insulin. Whee, there we go. Even though I do have the insulin pump, I am using this so everybody can see what it looks like.
Oh dear.
I should put the cap on. I don't want to stab you. Run! I have to make sure to put the cap back on before I did that.
So, well, where do you keep your insulin?
Well, you're supposed to keep it in the refrigerator, but when you have something like the insulin pump, your insulin's stored right here in a little container, and as long as you don't keep it in like your bathroom or out in the sun or in the car, it tends to stay pretty well.
Oh dear.
Ski trip!
So, how do you make this from bacteria?
Well, what happens is they take human DNA, human everything actually, and then they take E. coli and they transform it because E. coli has so many different functions in life. I mean, oh my gosh, it does everything. So we take it, we mix it with human DNA, and then you put it in your body, and it works really well. And they've tried to do the where you eat the insulin, but they actually can't do that because insulin's made up of a protein and it gets dissolved when it's digested.
Oh, that's no bueno.
Yay, cultural! Yay! This is fun.
So what are you gonna do now?
What am I gonna do now? I'm gonna dance. La 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 la. Did we miss anything important? What?
So that's it? You just scrambled up DNA and you take it in like that?
Well, the first step for that is gene isolation. And after you isolate the specific genes for the E. coli, then you prepare target DNA. So you inject it into the DNA, which is a little microscope, lots of work. It's actually kind of hard. I don't know. I've never done it, but I've watched it online and it is awful.
Oh.
And then you insert the DNA into the plasma, and then you insert the plasma back into the cell. Lots of tiny, tiny microscopes. Microscopes that can see tiny things for that, I tell you. And then the plasma multiplies into multiple things. Ooh, like a city.
Ooh.
And then the cells reproduce, and they make more of the insulin from that. And then after they make the more insulin and all that stuff, the cells reproduce the proteins. You get the proteins, you inject the proteins into the human body. Yay!
Oh. So, wow, that's so complicated. I had no idea.
But that's for one type of insulin.
One type, right?
But
How many types are there?
well, for processes to make can vary anywhere between 4 to hundreds. The one to pull out from the pigs is a little more complicated. I don't actually know how that one works. The one from humans is they take human stem cells, they isolate them, they grow them, they do other things, and then they take it and make it into a bottle so we can pull it with our awesome little needle. Awesome needle. And then we can insert it back into ourselves.
Great Scott, that is fantastic! Science! Now you know.
Brought to you by Angelika Padro
And Katie
Everett.
Woo!
I'm stopping it now. La, la, la.
Oh wait.